ki khubor ka Batisi TV lawan rashapi da ka Orange Nissan Loomso po near Fire Brigade Shillong.
Admissions are open at BDW International School. Enroll now.
Chairman jangka Assam State Linguistic Minority Board Sheila Dev ulakentu ya ka Sorkar Meghalaya bagadai ban Pynshitom ya ki runar ki Donkti ban Shoh bandat ya ki brio ki baret pai kabalaja dangshen hanong ba Shillong. Haba keren sekilat patai kubor Sheila Dev ula ong bagani ka kenhun kan lek ru bania kendu ya ulat ke jela Satya Pal Malik ban pensngau halor kane bat kentu ya uru ba un le khnang ba ki bakum kini gijingja ki namja Shoh hadien habut ula pensngau ru ba kalong ka Donkam ban thau ya ka State Linguistic Minority Board ha kane ke jela na ka benta ka jingshong sngan jong ki red pai.
I'm here in Shillong, to meet the linguistic minority groups in Shillong. And the reason of the visit is that very recently I had gone through some media coverages regarding stabbing, innocent, law-abiding citizens in Shillong by some, I would rather say criminals, because people who generally stab genuine citizens, they are basically criminals. And the thing is that to get a first-hand information about what is happening, I have visited Shillong in my personal capacity and today in the morning I met Honorable MLA Mr. Alexander Heck, had about half an hour, 40 minutes discussion with him on various issues. After that, we had a small meeting in RR Colony Community Hall where people from different societies were present. I have a chance to meet Mr. Rudy Wargery, former Indian Foreign Service officer, and again I'm trying to meet Honorable Governor also in the evening to discuss the issue of such stabbing and sort of victimizing the linguistic minority groups in Shillong. Another thing I would like to mention is that since I have studied in Shillong in my primary school days, it's very nostalgic to be here. I have a lot of love for Shillong and mainly the Khasi community, because my childhood days, my friends, most of them were Khasis, and it was like coming to my own house, and it used to be a very much brotherly feeling. So when I heard that two persons, they went for a hunger strike in Shillong on the issue of violation of human rights for the linguistic minority groups. So that attracted me and I got in touch with them and I wanted to know what was the matter. They informed me that since very long, such incidents have been occurring now and then, and the government is not very keen in taking proper investigation and arresting, or even there is no proper judgment. Therefore, most of these people who are basically minority here in Shillong, they don't have too much influence politically or economically or even socially, but they are Indian citizens. They feel very neglected, they feel very insecure. So when I spoke to even the MLA, Mr. Alexander Heck, who was a former minister also, he also had the same view. He told me that yes, it is correct that such criminals should be booked properly, they should be behind the jail, the government should take stern action, and I was very much really happy, glad that he could really speak out, because there was a concept that maybe there was a community clash, there is a community disharmony, but the way I have met few of the Khasi intellectual groups and leaders and uh, you know, human rights activists, it is basically a conflict between the criminals and the law-abiding people. So my request is to the government, the Chief Minister and all the political leaders, the MLAs, the MPs, they should come out openly, because criminal is a criminal. You cannot communalize the criminal. You cannot give them protection on the basis of either religion or on the basis of language, because criminals do not have any language or religion. And when we talk of democracy, when we talk of human rights, it is always the law-abiding people. So if a law-abiding person is being harassed, is being stabbed, is being intimidated, then what happens is the government has to take stern action, which I believe today is not happening. Because when Mr. Chaudhary, whoever he is, I mean, I'm not going in the background of Mr. Chaudhary, because I don't know whether he represents any organization or not, but I could make out that as an individual, he wanted to portray that everything is not well which is happening here in Shillong. Meghalaya once was a very much part and parcel of Assam. So we are like cousins. And we always say seven sisters states. Now, of course, we are 8 sisters. So that feeling of brotherhood should always exist. And Shillong being the paradise till tourism is concerned, I believe to maintain harmony is very important. If the lawlessness happens, the worst thing will happen is that the tourism industry will crash and you will lose lot of revenue. Today, if the people outside Meghalaya, they come to know that every now and then you have a boycott call, you have a band, or you have some criminal activities going on, and there is lawlessness, and the government is mum about it, naturally the tourism industry will be shaken up. And what will happen is that the crores of rupees which Meghalaya is supposed to earn out of tourism, that will be over. So my utmost request as a brother, as a neighboring state brother, I would always request that please, all the intellectual groups, all the communities, people who love Shillong, people who love Meghalaya should come out and should ensure that such incidents of stabbing, harassing the outsiders or harassing the linguistic minority people should not reoccur. Meghalaya, as I said, that it is well protected so long the tribal population is concerned. Politically it is secured, socially it is secured, economically it is also secured. And the number of linguistic minority groups staying in Meghalaya is very meager. The percentage must be somewhere between 9 to 10%. Therefore, it cannot have any impact on the socio-political arena. Therefore, it is also the duty of the majority community, wherever in India, whoever is the majority, any state, it is a duty of the majority people to also take care, to love the minority, linguistic minority groups. I am not talking about religious minorities, I am talking about linguistic minorities. That is true. I will not say that there is any religious conflicts. Shillong, I will not say about religious conflicts, but yes, if the linguistic conflict is reduced or rather it is over, Shillong can gain so much in the tourism map of this country, because the world is looking towards it. Just 100 kilometers away, just 2 hours drive from Guwahati, we have such a beautiful, such a lovely place. Then why this conflict? Why this hatred? Who are these people? Why the government is not taking any stand? Why the government does not arrest people and put them behind the jail? 1 or 2 criminals behind the jail solves the problem. And and I believe, because I have spoken to the Khasi society also, the civil society here in Shillong, they are also not supporting such incidences. This is the most interesting part, that because we from outside generally think maybe the civil society is also not cooperating. But no, when I have reached Shillong, I have spoken to so many people. I have met some senior leaders and intellectual people. They are of the opinion that we will not tolerate any human right violation in Shillong. So this is very positive. So I think all the groups should work together, put pressure on the government that you try to take action till your law is concerned. Don't make it a lawless capital, otherwise things will not work. I have already asked for an appointment with Honorable Governor Saab, and I think we will be able to meet him by 4 p.m. today. And I will be meeting along with our Honorable MLA Alexander Heck. Yeah, we'll inform him. We'll inform him about what's happening, and he of course knows very well. But then we will always ask him that he should influence the government to take action on such criminal activities.